Hello, YouTube friends, fellow Sandites. Mr. Smith, Sandite Mentor, here with you today, kind of making a different type of video. Most of my videos deal with math subjects and adding, subtracting, dividing, multiplying, whatever it might be, that most of my friends here at Sector 6, 6th Grade Center, are having difficulty with. So I make a video, they can watch it at home, and it kind of helps them with their homework, because a lot of them don't. Not a lot, but some of them may not have a parent or someone who understands how to do it. So it's just a resource. But being so close to the first of the year here, still being early, I'd kind of like to talk about making a video dealing with organization and how important being organized with your work is going to help you throughout the year. I'd like to give you a few quotes, show you a couple of examples of the things that I do, and then if we have time at the very end, I won't fail to put in a math example, so that I'll stay consistent with the rest of my videos. But in organization, a lot of things, or some of the things that'll help you. There's a quote that I read that says that for every minute spent organizing, an hour is earned. And I don't know if that's how you would measure an hour is earned, but maybe over a long period you might earn an hour. But think about going to school and how your locker is, and how much time you spend at your locker trying to find the right paper, or find a pencil, or the colored pencils, or because the locker isn't organized and because it's a mess. And if you're one of those, like I remember I used to be, you're kind of afraid to open the door because of what might fall out. So, maybe an hour might be earned. So maybe every minute spent organizing is an hour being earned. So organization, you can't go bad with it. So something that I've found that kind of helps me stay organized, I have a daily planner here on my desk. That I use, and I write down the different hours and the different students that I'm gonna have, the ones that are important, or that I really need to. Everybody's important, but that I need to go out of my way to make sure that I catch up with them that day. I may use a highlighter, something like this, and highlight the different deals, but a planner of some type is important to use. Our schools used to hand them out, the daily planners. This year we didn't get one, so but they're available at an office supply, or a store somewhere in your town, and they're not very expensive. Don't get a really thick one. My goodness, this one here's really thin. It's probably lasted me a couple of years. So you don't need a thick, fancy, just a daily planner that allows you to keep up with the days and the months, your assignments, what's due, when it's due, and things like that. So a daily planner, I think, is important. Having a notebook is important. Here is my notebook that I use. It's just nothing fancy. It's just somewhere where I keep my things. I keep my stuff, so that I know where it is, how to find it. One thing I do have in it that I really like, that you're probably gonna have a difficult time seeing in that video, but I have dividers in my notebook, and there's different type of dividers, but I kind of like these because they give me enough to have for each hour or each class, and I can label each one, and each one of the dividers is actually a folder in itself. So if I have something that's homework for that day, I don't have to spend time opening my binders or my rings and slipping a piece of paper in there, or what happens if the paper doesn't have holes in it. So I already have just a folder within the separator here into the divider that allows me a spot to put that. So those are two things that I think in organization helps a whole lot. Daily planner, a good notebook, some dividers, things to put in your notebook. If you're still not up to speed on your multiplication facts, you might put in a multiplication table, something to refer to when you're working on your math, something to use as a study guide if you're going to practice skip counting, which I recommend that you do. Most of us know skip counting by 2s and 5s and 10s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 5, 10, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Those type of things. Skip counting allows me to get familiar with the numbers, and that's what it's all about, is getting familiar with the numbers. And that goes a long way to helping you know your multiplication facts. If I'm giving a problem, 4 times 4, and I know my skip counts of 5s, and 4 times 4 is 16. If I know my 5s real well, I know that doesn't fit within my 5, so I need to search somewhere else. I would either find it in skip counting my 2s, or I'd find it in skip counting my 4s. And so skip counting is important. Multiplication table might be something that you want to add to your notebook. A pencil. There's mechanical pencils, and there's just the regular pencils. I use a mechanical pencil mainly because I've had this one for years. It's thick, it's easy for me to write with. I have difficulty with my hands at times, so something that's thick and easy to hold is why I use this. I don't particularly recommend them for students, especially the younger students, because it's a distraction. You can sit here and press the button and push the lead back in, and I've seen kids do this for hours, and instead of paying attention to what's going on in class or what the teacher has to say, or missing an assignment that might be important, they're here amazed by just pressing a button and playing with the lead. And then the lead's easy to break. If you press too hard, there it goes, and you have to, there you go, you have to push the button again. And not only that, it makes noise. Every time you push it, not only is it a distraction for you, but it could be a distraction for somebody else in the class. And keeping the distractions to a minimum, I found, has gone a long ways to helping people or helping students in the classroom. So use a just regular basic pencil, nothing fancy, just a pencil, just the old school pencil. Now you might customize it a little bit with an eraser, and that's easy enough to do, because these erasers normally don't last very long. Just put an eraser in it, customize it. Just because you put one of those on doesn't mean it gives you something else to chew on, though. Just remember that it's to erase. So use it for what it's meant for. At the beginning of class, make sure in preparation for the class that your pencil is sharp and ready to go. And I think that'll help a whole lot as well. So, just a couple of things. So let's do this. Those are just some examples. let me not let you get away without doing an organization video and show you how organization will help you out, especially later on in the year whenever we do division. Let's do this. Let's divide a decimal real quick. And keeping things organized and keeping things straight up and down really makes your life a whole lot easier. So dividing with decimals. You can go to my other videos and it'll give better examples of how to do this, but we all know that we have to get the decimal to the wall. However many times you move it on the outside, you do the same thing to the inside, and then you move the decimal straight up, and you don't have to worry about it anymore, the rest of the problem. So you ask yourself, how many times will 8 go into 9? Well, it'll go 1 time, and then you say 1 times 8 is 8, and I put that directly underneath the 9, and then I subtract, and I get 1. Hesitate for a minute, make sure that 1 is less than the 8. It is, so I'm good. If it wasn't, if it was more than the 8, it means that number was wrong. So I drop down the 9, and then I ask myself, how many times will 8 go into 19? It'll go 2 times. I'm going to put that 2 right above the 9 that I brought down. And then I ask myself, 2 times 8 is 16. And I write that down and I subtract. I'm trying to keep everything lined up, everything straight. And I subtract 16 from 19 and I get 3, and then I'm ready to drop down the 2. And then I just ask myself, how many times will 8 go into 32? And it's going to go in there 4 times. 4 times 8 is 32, and then I can out, or that's the end of the problem. Let's see, we're 12 minutes into this video. Let's go ahead and check the problem. We can take this top number, outside number equals the inside number. So if I take the 12.4, multiply it times 8, 8 times 4 is 32. I put down the 2, I carry the 3, 8 times 2 is 16, 17, 18, 19. There's the 9, 8 times 1 is 8 plus the 1 is the 9. The decimal is 1 over 99.2. Remember, we moved the decimal over 1, 99.2. So I know that's the right answer. So Sandite friends, I hope you have a good day. This is Mr. Smith, Sandite Mentor. Sector 6 is all clear. Have a good day.